I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
Of the many Stephen King miniseries in existence, here is an original work which feels most like a novel on film. Now that's no accident, since King wrote the teleplay exactly as he would one of his doorstop-sized books, with a massive cast, 65 speaking roles in all, and the story of a town being invaded by a malevolent force. Think Needful Things, but this guy doesn't give, he takes. The story construction and dialogue are top-notch, with believable characters and expert handling of lengthy crowd scenes. Director Craig R. Baxley, stepping in for King's frequent interpreter Mick Garris, proves himself quite adept at making something other than gloriously insane action pictures like Stone Cold, Action Jackson, and I Come in Peace, aka Dark Angel. Working with a whopping $35 million budget, making it the most expensive ABC miniseries ever at the time, and shot over the course of 80 days, mostly in King's beloved Maine, Baxley apparently had little concern over handling such a large-scale project. Colm Feore steals the show as the embodiment of evil Andre Linoge, often doing little more than staring daggers into the souls of the small-town denizens. The bloodletting, red eyes, and disturbing glimpses into Linoge's true form are kept to a minimum, reflecting a television standard of the time. The supporting cast includes a paragon of decency played by the always reliable Tim Daly, and also along for the bumpy ride are the great Becky Ann Baker and Casey Simasco, who managed to survive that bully in 3 O'Clock High and now adds another King work after a small role in Stand By Me. Speaking of recurring King actors, national treasure Jeffrey DeMunn is a delightfully antagonistic town manager, whatever that is, who can boast having been in 4 King adaptations: this, Shawshank, The Mist, and The Green Mile. And whoo boy did I get chills when he suggested they kill Linoge, because hey, we knew about Dolores Claiborne and that blew over. I was like, oh, he said it! Storm of the Century is a richly told moral fable with grim, ambiguous undertones. While it feels easy from afar to make the impossible choice Linoge ultimately forces the townsfolk to carry out, the subtle clues laid out earlier imply that maybe, just maybe, they're wrong. The first half of the final episode, there were 3 altogether, slows things down quite a bit, almost to a fault, but things rev right back up for an explosive town meeting scene. The coda is a beautifully wrought epilogue depicting the aftermath of Linoge's visit. Sadly, the ratings weren't nearly as strong as ABC expected, considering the King name, and it didn't help that the final episode fell on the same day as George Clooney's final episode on ER. Baxley would go on to work with King again on Rose Red and Kingdom Hospital, but the relative failure of Storm would cause the freight train of King miniseries adaptations to fade away, at least for a while. Too bad, since this is quite simply one of the best. Happy Kingtober. Like and subscribe, and remember, there are other worlds than these.